Good morning, friends. Kurt Berglund here with Inside Pitch Baseball. Got kind of a random game for you today. I've pulled out a couple of teams that I've wanted to match up against each other for some time. The best team, maybe, of the St. Louis Cardinals from the 1960s, the 1967 World Series champion Cardinals, against maybe the best team of the Cubs, the Chicago Cubs from the 1960s, the 1969 version. They really don't have too much competition in the decade for being the best team in Chicago, at least on the north side, because kind of a down decade for the Cubs. But they are going to match off today. It'll be the 1969 Cubs and Ferguson Jenkins at the 1967 St. Louis Cardinals and Bob Gibson. I thought this would be a fun one. I had Busch Stadium. So with all that said, as preamble, let's get to the starting lineups and roll some inside pitch baseball. The 69 Cubs, and of course these are not as played lineups, so the sound you're about to hear is heads exploding all over this great land of ours. It's Don Kessinger leading off at shortstop, Glenn Beckert batting second at second base, Billy Williams batting third in left field, Ron Santo batting fourth at third base, Ernie Banks batting fifth at first base, Randy Hundley batting sixth behind the plate, Al Spangler batting seventh in right field, and Don Young batting eighth in center field. On the mound is Fergie Jenkins, and in the 1969 season, he went 21-15 with a 3.21 earned run average. All right, for the homestanding Cardinals, it's Lou Brock leading off in left field, Curt Flood batting second in center field, Roger Maris batting third in right field, Orlando Cepeda batting fourth at first base, Tim McCarver batting fifth behind the plate, Mike Shannon batting sixth at third base, Julian Javier batting seventh at second base, and Del Maxfield batting eighth at short. On the mound, it's Bob Gibson, and he was injured, of course, in the 67 season, broke his leg, but on that season, he went 13-7 with a 2.98 earned run average and was back in time for World Series action. All right, so we are ready to roll. Kessinger in the batter's box against Gibson. And we are underway. Oop, I should just flip these, shouldn't I? Yep, that's what I do. Walk check. And Busch Stadium is a -1 in both the strikeout and walk categories. So it's not going to be a walk for Kessinger. It'll be a ground ball to Julian Javier, who throws to Orlando Cepeda, and that retires the first Cub of the game, and we are underway at Busch. Beckert stands in against Gibson. That's a 1-4. That's another walk check, which won't be one. Pretty tough to walk Glenn Beckert. That's hit to center field. Curt Flood is there, and he puts it away for out number 2 in the first inning. And now Billy Williams. Gibson winds and delivers. It's open against a left-hander, and so Williams is going to swing and drive this one to center field. It's going to get over Flood's head. It one-hops the wall. Williams has himself a 2-out double, and now it's Santo with a chance to drive in the first run of the game. Gibson, the stretch, checks Williams. And the pitch is a wild pitch check and could be a pass ball. So let's check that out. See if Tim McCarver can block it or not. And he does block it. So got a new pitch for Ron Santo. No, we don't. I think we go to the hitter's card on that. That's what I'm going to do anyway. Hit to center field. Under it is Flood, and that will retire the Cubs in inning number 1. Williams is stranded. They get a hit. Don't score. Bottom of the first, no score in this one. Fergie Jenkins will take on Brock, Flood, and Maris in inning number 1. Jenkins winds and delivers. It's a strike 3 swinging for Lou Brock. 1 gone for the Cardinals. Now it's Flood. And it's a range play at the stadium. And this is a chance for a home run to the pole field. We got an 18 up. And that's not going to do it. Billy Williams is under it. On the track, he makes the catch for out number 2. And now it's Maris. 2 outs, nobody aboard in the Cardinal first. Error check on the throw. We have a 20 up, so it probably won't be. And there won't even be a throw. This is hit in the air to right field. Al Spangler toward right center. Puts it away for out number 3. We go to the second inning with no score in St. Louis. The Cubs will have Ernie Banks, Randy Hundley, and Al Spangler up in inning number 2. Righty, lefty. Gibson winds and delivers. Ballpark check. Hit in the air to center field. Curt Flood, one more time. His 3rd put out of the game, and there's 1 down. Randy Hundley up. Cubs catcher, 151 games in 1969. The pitch from Gibson. Range check at the ballpark. Open, so we have a rare play with the bases empty. It's a 6-3, 3-2 pitch called for a ball and a walk. Pitcher argues Colin gets thrown out of the game. No, he doesn't. Not in this one. All right, so we're going to re-roll. Error check. Hundley swings, and it's a base hit to center field. Flood is over, but we got a 3 up. We got to check on the error. He does not make an error. His error number is a 2. So Curt gets the ball back in. And there's 1 out and 1 on for the Cubs in the second. Al Spangler at the plate. Gibson the stretch and delivers. Strikeout check. 15, not a strikeout. Spangler swings, and it's a ground ball to Del Maxville. No double play here, no double play here. We'll check Javier's ability to turn, to do the pivot, and it's a -1. So we'll see what happens here. It's no base runner advance. They get a fielder's choice. Maxville goes to Javier for 1. The relay to Cepeda, not in time. Spangler beats the wrap at first, and with 2 outs, it'll be Don Young with Fergie Jenkins in the on-deck circle. Gibson winds and delivers to Young. Open. Young swings, and he drives it down the left field line. It's going to get in the corner. Brock's got to go dig it out of there. It's rattling around in the left field corner at Bush. All right, we got a -1 automatically on Spangler's running, so he's down to a 2. Brock's arm is a 0. We have 2 outs, though, so it's a +1. Gets Spangler back to a 3. And they're going to try and wave him in. Let's see what happens on the roll. And Spangler will score. Spangler scores the first run of the game on a double by Don Young. And Don Young's going to hold at second. All right, so it's an RBI double for Young. Jenkins comes to the plate. 1-0 Chicago. The bottom of the order coming through for the Cubs. Gibson the stretch and the pitch to his opposite number, is a home run check. Gonna be short on that. So Fergie swings and hits a ground ball to Del Maxfield. He gloves it, plants, fires to Cepeda, and that will retire the Cubs in inning number 2. Go to the bottom of the second. 1-0 Cubs. Fergie will face Cepeda, McCarver, and Shannon, 4, 5, 6 hitters in the St. Louis lineup today. In inning number 2, Fergie winds and he's not tired, so we're going to Cepeda's card. And that's through first base. Ernie Banks can't flag it down. They'll give Cepeda credit for a single on that one. And the Cardinals have a base runner in inning number 2. McCarver up. Jenkins the stretch. The pitch home to Tim. Strikeout check. It's a 14. That's too high. McCarver swings. And it's a line drive back at Fergie. Let's see if it's going to be a double play. It is. Fergie gloves it, turns, fires to Banks, and Cepeda can't get back. It's a 1-3 line-out double play, rally-killing, soul-crushing. And with 2 outs and nobody on, it's Mike Shannon coming to the plate for the Cardinals. Third baseman in today's game for the Cardinals. This is a strikeout check. 16's too high. Shannon swings and hits a ground ball to Santo at third. Santo fires to Banks, and that will retire the side. At the end of 2 innings, we have a 1-0 Cub lead. Bob Gibson will face Kessinger, Beckert, and Williams, the top 3 of the Cubs order in inning number 3. Cubs want to add to that lead. We have a ballpark check for Kessinger. It's hit to right field. Roger Maris in his tracks is going to make the catch, and there's 1 out in the Cub third. Now it's Beckert. Gibson winds and delivers. Strikeout check too high for Beckert. The swing for Glenn is a comebacker gloved by Gibson. He plants and fires to Cepeda, and there are 2 down. And here's Billy Williams. With nobody aboard, Gibson winds and delivers to Williams. Hit by pitch check. It's a 4. Gibson's a -3, so he won't be hit by the pitch. Williams swings. And it's a ground ball, Julian Javier. He plants and throws to Cepeda. And that'll retire the Cubs in inning number 3. Bottom of the third coming, 1-0 for the Northsiders. Javier, Maxfield, and Gibson coming up for the Cardinals, 7, 8, 9. In inning number 3, Fergie winds and delivers. It's a walk check, but the 20's too high. Javier swings. It's a ground ball to Banks. He gloves it, tosses it to Jenkins covering, and there's 1 down. Now it's Del Maxfield. Maxie. The pitch from Jenkins. Home run check, but a 10's way too high. Actually, there is no number that would accommodate Del against a right-hander. It's a ground ball. Beckert. He throws to Banks, and there are 2 down. Now it's Gibson. Gibby in there with nobody aboard. The pitch from his counterpart, Jenkins. Strikeout check. Hey, struck him out. That's Fergie's second. We've played 3 complete. Fergie's faced the minimum, but he did allow 1 hit, eliminated on a line drive double play. We go to the 4th, and it's 1-0 Cubs. Santo, Banks, and Hundley up for the Northsiders. 4, 5, 6. Gibson winds and delivers. Strikeout. Struck him out. That's Gibson's first strikeout of the day. A little high heat. The broccoli cauliflower medley. Gas. Banks up. 0 for 1. It's Open result. Ernie swings and hits it in the air to left field. Under it is Brock, and he makes the catch for out number 2. Hundley up, 1-for-1. Gibson's pitch, walk check. He does walk him. Gibson's first walk allowed. Hundley trots down to first base, and now it'll be Spangler. Al scored the Cubs' run in the second inning. Gibson the stretch and the delivery strikeout. Hey, struck him out. That's Gibson's second. And we've played 3.5. It's 1-0 Chicago. Top of the Cardinal order in the 4th. Brock, Flood, and Maris coming up. Pitch to Lou is a walk check. It's a 6, and he does not walk him. Tough to walk Lou Brock. The pitch, the swing for Lou is hit on the ground to Kessinger. To his left, he whirls and throws to Banks for out number 1. Now it's Flood. Jenkins winds and delivers. We have a strikeout check, too high. Flood swings and hits it on the ground to Banks. He's going to take this one himself. And there are 2 outs, and now it's Maris. Fergie winds and delivers to Roger Maris. Range check. Get to the kitchen. Oh, my God. I smell gas. It's a line drive gloved by Banks, or no, it's going to get off his glove and get past him. A base hit for Maris. That's the second of the game for the Cardinals. Now it's Cepeda who's 1-for-1. He's got the other hit. 2 outs. Maris at first. Jenkins the stretch and the delivery. Open. Base hit. Center field. Drops in front of Young. Now let's see what happens to Maris. His running is a 3. Don Young's arm is a 0. But he's going to third base, and he gets a boost for 2 outs. So there's no throw. Maris takes third on the 2-out single, and Cepeda's at first. There's Cardinals at the corners, and McCarver coming to the plate. 2 gone. Fergie the stretch. McCarver the chance to tie the game. The pitch to Timmy. Hey, struck him out. Fergie's third ends the Cardinals' 4th. 4 complete in the books. 1-0 Cubs. For the Cubs in the 5th, it's Don Young, Fergie Jenkins, and then back to the top of the order with Don Kessinger. Young drove in the run that the Cubs have with a double in the 2nd. Strikeout check. 16's going to be too high for Young. He swings and lofts one in the air to right field. Roger Maris comes in a few steps, but he's got plenty of time to make the catch, and there's 1 down in the 5th. Here's Fergie. Gibson's pitch is, struck him out. 3rd strikeout for Gibson. 2 gone in the 5th, and here's Kessinger. Leo DeRocher's leadoff man. The pitch from Gibson is too high for a strikeout. Ground ball, Maxville. Comes in a step, gloves it, throws to Cepeda, and that retires the Cubs in inning number 5. We're halfway through this one, and it's 1-0 Cubs. Jenkins will face Shannon, Javier, and Maxville in inning number 5. Jenkins winds and delivers. It's a ring. Got to the kitchen. Oh my God! It's a range check at the ballpark. The whole ballpark's gonna explode. Don't light a match. Starline 5 is a fly ball to left field, so that's going to be a range check for Billy Williams. His range is a 3. And he makes the catch for out number 1. Here comes Javier. 0 for 1. The pitch from Jenkins. Ballpark check. Hit in the air to left. One more time, Billy Williams. 2 gone. And now Del Maxville. Gibson's on deck. Should Maxville reach? Jenkins pitch. Strikeout check. 13's too high. Maxville swings. Pops it up. Beckert under it. He will take it for out number 3, and that retires the Cardinals in the 5th. We go to the 6th, and it's 1-0 Cubs. We got a good one. Sometimes your random games turn out to be classics. It's Beckert, Williams, and Santo, 2, 3, 4 Cub hitters in inning number 6. Gibson winds and delivers. Hit by pitch check, but it's too high. Beckert swings. Base hit left field just past Maxville's glove. Cubs have a base runner. They haven't had one for a couple of innings. Williams comes to the plate. He's 1 for 2. Gibson the stretch. The delivery to the sweet swinging Billy Williams. It's a walk check, but an 8 is a walk, and that's going to put 2 Cubs on with nobody out in the 6th. Santo up now. Definitely a double play target if Gibby can get him to hit it on the ground. He's 0 for 2 in the game, Santo is. Gibson's pitch. Strikeout check. Too high. Ronnie's going to hit this one. Ground ball Maxville. This could be it. Javier's a -1. That knocks it down to a 2. Gibson's a 0. But Javier's playing at double play, or Maxville's playing at double play depth, so that brings us back to a 3. Maxville to Javier for 1. The relay to Cepeda not in time. They get Williams on the 6-4 fielder's choice. Beckert goes to 3rd. Santo beats the Rap at first base, so there's Cubs at the corners with 1 out in the 6th. Cardinal infield moves in. Gibson facing Banks, who is 0 for 2. Pitch to Ernie. Strikeout check. Hey, struck him out and picked a good time to do it. It's number 4 for Gibson. There's now 2 outs for the Cubs, and Hundley comes to the plate. Randy's singled and walked in the game so far. Gibson the stretch one more time. Delivers to Hundley. Walk check. 4. He does walk him. The bases are now dripping with Cubs. And Al Spangler comes to the plate, an unlikely hero in this one so far. Bases loaded. Beckert at 3rd. Santo at 2nd. Hundley at 1st. Spangler at the dish. Gibson the stretch. And the delivery. It's a walk check, but it's too high. Spangler swings and pops it up. Javier calling. Javier taking. And that will retire the Cubs. In inning number 6, Gibson, they threaten but do not score. Gibson will lead off for the Cardinals in the bottom of the 6th. He's 0 for 1 in the game. Cardinals haven't done much offensively, just 3 singles against Fergie. The pitch from Jenkins to Gibson is a strikeout check, and Hay does strike him out. 4 for Fergie now. 1 gone in the 6th. Brock is due. 52 steals on the 67 season for Brock. The pitch from Jenkins is a ballpark check. It's a rare play. Yeah, we'll see what this turns into. 3-4. Inside pitch. Hits batter on the elbow. Check for an injury. Otherwise, just a ball repitch. All right. Hit by pitch check. is a +1, +6, so 7 or less, and Brock gets hit. He just got dotted by Fergie. Brock takes one for the team. And down to first he goes, and we know what he's going to try and do. So for the hold rating, Fergie's a 0, Brock is an 8. We'll see if Brock gets the jump. He does not. So Flood will be the batter. 1 out, 1 on. Pitch to Kurt. Home run, check, too high. Flood swings. It's a comebacker to Jenkins. He gloves it. So we have a -1 because he's the pitcher. That brings us to a 0. Kessinger's pivot is a 0. So let's see what happens on the turn. Jenkins fires to Kessinger for 1. The relay to Banks is not in time. Flood beats it at first. And with 2 outs and Flood at first, it'll be Maris at the plate. Roger is 1 for 2. The pitch from Jenkins to Maris is a walk check, and he does walk him. That's Fergie's first walk of the day. He's allowed 3 hits. He has struck out 4, and now he's walked 1. He's also hit a batter, but he's allowed nobody across the pay station. Cepeda, 2 for 2. 2 outs, Flood at second, Maris at first. The pitch from Jenkins to Orlando Cepeda is a walk check, but it's too high. Orlando swings, and it's driven to center field. This will get in the gap and split Young and Williams. Flood comes around to score easily. Maris is on his horse. He's a 3. Young's arm is a 0. The 2 outs makes Maris a 4. And it's hit to center field, so that's an automatic +1. So Rogers got a really good chance to score. Anything but a 6 is going to plate the right fielder, and he scores. It's a 2-run double for the 3 for 3 hitting Orlando Cepeda. 2-1 Cardinals in the bottom of the 6th. 2 outs, though. McCarver up. On deck is Shannon. Tim is 0 for 2. The pitch from Jenkins. Open. McCarver swings. Hit in the air to left, toward the line. Billy Williams going to get there, and he does. We've played 6 complete. 2-1 St. Louis. Good ball game at Busch. 7th inning, Gibson. If you're wondering about fatigue, I am. Gibson's faced 25 hitters. His fatigue number is 28. So we'll see what happens there. No action in the Cardinal bullpen yet. It's Don Young, Fergie Jenkins, and Don Kessinger coming up in the Cubs 7th. Jenkins is in the on-deck circle. Foul ball. Hey, strikes out Don Young. That's number 5 for Gibson. And now it's Jenkins. He will hit for himself. Leo DeRocher baseball, my friends. 0 for 2. The pitch. Hey, struck him out. That's number 6 for Gibby. 2 gone in the 7th, and nobody aboard for the leadoff batter, Kessinger. Gibson winds and delivers. Starline outcome for Kessinger. It's a ground ball to Cepeda. He's going to flip to Gibson covering first, and that will retire the Cubs in the 7th. It's time to stretch them out at Busch. And the score, 2-1 St. Louis. Bottom of the 7th coming up. Shannon, Javier, and Maxville, 6, 7, 8 batters for the Cardinals. 0 for 2 for Mike. The pitch from Fergie is hit hard, hit high. No, it's not. Home run check. No, too high. Shannon swings, line drive, snagged by Santo. 1 gone in the 7th. Now it's Javier. 0 for 2. Hit by pitch, check. +1, plus or a 1 and a +1. That's too high. Javier, ground ball, Santo to his left. Plants, throws to Banks, and 2 down. Now it's Maxville with Gibson on deck. 0 for 2 for Dell. Dal. Get to the kitchen, oh my God. Or I smell gas, we're gonna explode. It's a comebacker to Fergie. And he makes the play to Banks for the out. We go to the 8th. 2-1 Cardinals. Gibson coming back out. He is at his fatigue number. No action in the Cardinal bullpen. Red Shane Dienst riding his stud. Beckert, Williams, and Santo 2, 3, 4 batters for the Cubs in the 8th. Beckert's 1 for 3. Gibson winds and delivers. To 9, that's too high on the strikeout check. Beckert swings and hits a ground ball to Maxville. Dell throws to Cepeda for out number 1. Williams 1 for 2. Gibson winds and delivers. Error check. Base hit right field. Maris toward the line, picks it up. No error. Holds Williams to a long single, and Santo comes up with 1 out and 1 on. Now some action will start in the Cardinal bullpen. And it's going to be Joe Horner and Ron Willis. Lefty-righty double-barreled action, just the way I like it. 0 for 3 for Santo. The pitch from Gibson is a range out to the kitchen in the ballpark. It's gonna explode. Okay, Busch Stadium range check. Base hit center field, maybe, but Flood is on his horse. 1 to 4, he's going to get there. He does not get there. Drops in for a base hit. Williams had to hold up. Now he's trying to advance. -1 to his speed. Flood is a 0, so we're down to a 3. Let's see if Billy tries to take third. He is the tying run. Now we got to check charts. We're going to do the chart dance. And he will hold up. Billy Williams holds at second. Thought he was going to go to third, but he held up. Williams at second. Santo at first. 1 out in the 8th. Shane Dienst on the top step of the dugout. Banks 0 for 3. Gibson looking for a double play grounder. Pitch to Ernie. At the ball, it's a ballpark check. Ground ball Tapper in front of the plate. McCarver on it. Okay, he gets a -2 for his trouble. So that knocks Banks down to a 1. The pivot is Maxville. He's a -1. That knocks it down to a 0. McCarver fires to to Maxville for 1. The relay to Cepeda is not in time. Banks beats the rap at first base. Santo retired 2-6 on the fielder's choice. Williams, the tying run, gets to third. So Cubs at the corners for Hundley, but 2 outs in the 8th. Gibson in a jam. Tying run 90 feet away. 2-1 Cardinals. Gibson the stretch and the delivery. It's a walk check, but it's too high. Hundley swings. Ground ball Maxville. Nice play by Maxey. He throws to Cepeda in time, gets Hundley by a step, and that will retire the Cubs in the 8th. We go to the bottom of the 8th. 2-1 Cardinals. Jenkins facing Gibson, Brock, and Flood. 8 and 9, 1, 2 in the Cardinal order. Gibson 0 for 2 has struck out twice. The pitch from Jenkins. Hey, struck him out, and that's strikeout number 5 for Fergie. 1 gone in the 8th. Now it's Brock. Lou is 0 for 2. He also got dotted in the 6th. The pitch, open. Ground ball. Banks, he'll take it himself for out number 2. And now it's Flood. 2 outs, nobody aboard. Flood 0 for 3, but has scored a run. The pitch from Jenkins. Strikeout check, but it's too high. The swing from Flood is a comebacker to Fergie. He takes a couple steps toward Banks, lobs him the ball, and that retires the Cardinals in the 8th. We're going to the 9th, and Gibby's coming back out. It's 2-1 Cardinals. 7, 8, 9 batters coming up for the Cubs. Spangler, Young, and then a pinch hitter likely for Jenkins. All right, so Spangler is 0 for 3. But he did score the Cubs run. They're going to let him bat against Gibson. Gibson winds and delivers. Wild pitch, foul ball. Next pitch. Strikeout check, too high. Spangler, comebacker to Gibson. He gloves it and throws to Cepeda, and there's 1 gone in the Cardinal 9th. Now it's Don Young. Young hit the double that drove in Spangler, so he gets the at-bat. 1 for 3 for the Cubs center fielder. Gibson winds and delivers. And that's hit hard by Spangler and deep, but not deep enough. Ground ball, Shannon. Mike gloves it, throws to Cepeda for 2 gone, and now it's Jenkins. But he's being called back, and we're going to see a pinch hitter off the Cubs bench. And it's going to be Willie Smith, opening day hero for the 69 Cubs. And certainly has enough pop in his bat to be able to tie this ball game. Pinch hitter extraordinaire. Gibson winds and delivers. Ballpark check. Base hit for Smith. Right back up the middle, and he's aboard. Now he is, he'll run for himself. So with 2 outs, they could go to the bullpen, but they're not gonna. It's Bob Gibson, for God's sake. Calm down, Red. Stay on the top step of the dugout. Kessinger's 0 for 4. Smith is at first. We're in the top of the 9th. There's 2 outs. Last chance saloon for the Cubs is Kessinger, unless he keeps it going. Gibson the stretch. The pitch. Struck him out. Strikeout number 7 for Gibson. Ends the ball game. A 2-1 victory for the Cardinals as they defeat the Cubs. Let's give you the totals. For the victorious Cardinals, 2 runs on just 4 hits, and they committed no errors. The Cubs, 1 run on 7 hits, and they committed no errors as well. The winning pitcher, Bob Gibson, he struck out 7 and walked just 3. He walked 3, struck out 7. For Fergie Jenkins, he went the distance for the Cubs, allowed 4 hits, struck out 5, he did walk 1 batter, hit 1 batter, and took the loss. Thanks for being with me. This has been Inside Pitch Baseball. Don't forget to click like and subscribe my channel. We'll have more coming up very soon. Thanks for being with me. Have a wonderful day. So long, everybody.